Let me ask you about revenue. You know, obviously revenue bills originate in the House. Chairman Hildebrand has not been particularly friendly to the idea of a tax increase, or in fact, there's been very little discussion of revenue at all on the House side. Would you talk about revenue and the possibility of new sources of revenue to buy down some of these cuts?
Oh, we've been thinking about how we're going to have new sources of money. I've even talked about gambling. I got a gambling
Well,
bill.
in fact, you have a gambling bill, right? And you know,
Absolutely.
Senator Duncan has pronounced that bill dead. Did you read that in the Houston
I
Chronicle this
did, but
week?
I thought he was giving us some time, helping us to buy some time.
Why is that?
Because of the fact that, you know, sometimes you can stimulate a movement by taking maybe an opposite position.
So in fact, Senator Duncan, so this was reverse psychology on Senator Duncan's part, huh?
Well,
In fact, he wants the bill to pass. but
I'm
he's-
interpreting it as such.
Are you? Okay.
I'm interpreting it as such.
Look, you know, these days you take what you can get, right? That's
Yeah, but let me tell you what.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that gambling is the panacea here.
yeah.
Let me tell you how I'm looking at gambling, if you allow me to.
I wish you would.
I'm looking at gambling as a source of tourism for Texas. When you travel across the state of Texas, there are so many areas that has so much that we can build, see, enjoy, and share with the other part of the world. I think I look at the Alabama Coshada Indians, and you know, we can go down there and look at them hop around a little piece of fire. But if you go down there and develop that area and build that culture up, it is one of the greatest things that you can help to develop for children to be able to learn about the Native Americans. You'll be able to build shops, antique shops, all kinds of small businesses all around that area. Then you're going to start having hotels pop up. You're going to have the hotel occupancy tax, where we make money on. The sales tax is going to increase. Small business is going to proliferate in those areas. People are going to be able to get jobs. We're going to be able to have conventions and things that come here, and people are going to be doing something other than going to a baseball, basketball, or football game. Everybody may not want to go and gamble, but you may want to go and hear Gladys Knight. Or some of the other persons' shows that can come here without having to fly out somewhere. And it brings in a lot of tourism, but at the same time, it gives us the chance to build up different aspects of our state and to be able to boost all of the rich contributions that we have within the state of Texas. And those persons that come here to help us enjoy our state and to show off our state spends dollars. And that stimulates our economy. That's how I see gambling.
Well, you want to sell it as tourism, but there are a lot of people who are just viewing it as a gambling bill.
I-
How do you persuade them to see it your way?
Oh, I'm not going to persuade them to see it my way necessarily.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to be able to come over and support my position.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate their position. Now, if they want to see it only as gambling, that's fine. But I think they ought to come over and support my position too.
Yeah. You have the votes in the House for a gambling bill?
I believe that if we can put together a coalition, that it can happen.
Yeah. But you still got to get around Senator Duncan's psychological tricks in the Senate.
I don't think that's going to be a problem getting around anybody.
Yeah.
I think the problem is whether or not that we can come up with a product that could be able to be sold to the legislature to the extent that we can get the bill passed in the House and in the Senate. And by the way, it'll be a constitutional resolution passed.
What would the economic impact of gambling be on this budget or this, this discussion we're having about the state of the economy in Texas?
Let me just say this. Some people want casinos, and if they want a casino in Houston, I think that they would be spending about $50 million worth of money on food. That means businesses are going to be selling a lot of food, John Fainer. And that also means that somebody's going to be selling a lot of beer, forks, knives, plastic spoons. Jobs are going to be developed. You're going to be able to go over to the racetracks and see horses and things run. Somebody's going to be selling hay.
The hay lobby would like to hear that, actually.
And let me tell you this. Not only selling hay, can't you imagine the University of Texas and Purdue A&M University doing research in the area of trying to develop grasses that have a higher nutritional value for the animals, and what that is going to mean for the state of Texas when we can sell those grasses not only to the Texans who have horses that are out here running, but also to across the nation and across the world. It's going to open up a whole vista of research within our universities. That's how I see gambling.
So it's a higher ed bill.
Well, it's not a higher
Well,
education
I like your
bill.
branding. I think
It's
this is actually.
it is a business educational bill that I think that Texas would be able to benefit in many, many capacities.
Yeah.
And for people who love horses
Right.
and kids who love horses, it's going to help to bring those horse people back to Texas, and we're going to be able to enjoy quarter horsing and all those other things that
Right.
people enjoy.
Well, we'll see what happens. You know,
We will.
We'll have to
We
see what
will.
happens.
And when it passes, just remember, I looked at my crystal ball here and told you
You
so.
did. Well, I got a scoop actually from Representative Thompson.